Improvising a live set. What is improvising? How much is too much? What's too much preparation? Is this even improvising? You tell me. Yo, what's going on? So today I got a live set. I kind of last minute decided I wanted to improvise the set because I was having a lot of fun with this little modular setup, which I'll do a video on later. I try to stick to one a week for right now, so sometimes they get a little backed up. And I've been having a pretty good August, getting a lot of shows this month. Anyway, with that aside, I wanted to kind of run through this setup because I found it very fun to improvise on. And yeah, then I got a show later today, which is the whole reason I'm making this show, or making this video. And as always, when I should be preparing for my show, I always end up, for whatever reason, deciding to make a video last minute. Cool, so yeah, let me talk you through this. The main brain behind everything, again, is always my Octatrack. In this case, I'm using the Mark II. It's my mixer. You can see these here. Basically, I got left and right. These are the through tracks for the modular and the drum machine, which is the ER1. And a huge shout out, in case you're ever in Salt Lake City, to Square Wave Sound. I was there for Novation doing some stuff, and I saw this, and Chris really hooked it up. And it's a really cool shop. Got a bunch of cool arcade games and whatnot. But yeah, if you're in Salt Lake, go tell them I said what's up. Super cool shop. So drums on the right, modular on the left, and this track here labeled S is samples. These two are going to be also samples of these tracks, and all this is really doing is just allowing me to mess around with the modular setup, which I got here, and then just crossfade like I did in this video, if you haven't seen it yet. Crossfade into the looped version of the modular bass line that I got going on, as well as the drums if I wanted, and then just kind of crossfade back. And to kind of give myself a little bit of a safety net, I have 3 banks, well technically 4, but there's not much on here. Bank 1 patterns, bank 1 pattern 1, basically pattern 1, whoa, cool. Bank 1 pattern 1, 5, 9 and 13 have the exact same part but duplicated, and this sample changes. This is samples I've taken either off of Splice or in my studio, and they're just kind of chordy pad sounds. Actually, you know what? Let me hook up my recorder so I can show you some of these sounds. Okay, got the H4n Pro going now, and I also relabeled this a little bit. All I needed to do was basically put modular drums, so when I am in the mixer mode and I'm switching between either the through tracks of left and right or the through tracks of left and right, basically modular drum, I know exactly which to press, which makes it really simple. Uh-oh, this tape's making it stick. That ain't good. Not good in a live set. I'll fix that later. But anyway, like I was saying, I got these banks with these patterns here. For example, this is a, I think I got this off Splice. Let me see. Yeah, I got that one off Splice. So I have this playing here, and then if I go into my mixer, I have the drums, which is on the right, which is this ER1, and then my modular bass. But honestly, what inspired this entire, like, I guess you can say live improvising set was this thing, the Mimetic Digitalis by Noise Engineering. This thing is so much fun to use. Let me see if I can get a little closer on it. It's so much fun to use because I can save, basically if I wanted to save this to 2, I can then like go, and 4 is doing pitch on the Cursus Iteritas, which I'll also be doing another video on because it sort of replaced my Basilimilus. But that's only doing pitch, right? So if I hit shred, turn up my lapses. I then have the Steppy by IntelliGel running the gates. And what's awesome is if I take the N out, which runs that, and instead the Steppy, which is sending gates here, I can take one of its mults out. Sorry, this is so out of focus. My camera's tripping. Let me see if I can do this. And then I can use the gate out of the Steppy to step this forward. And I have a reset going here, so watch. If I take the reset out. Right, so basically all this is really allowing me to do is just mess around with sequencing in the modular and recording it live into here and crossfading back and forth between the two live and then what I've made here and loop it here. And I can do the same for the drums. And when it comes to the drums, I have five patterns, A1 through 5, that I've made with just some drum sounds that I like, so I can kind of change up the drum kit, I guess you can call it, and just play them out in here. You know, I got, oh, let me turn that on. What is it, drums? You know, if I go to this one, and then maybe here. You know, I got some weirder ones. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Yeah. This dope little ring mod thing that you can do between the two. Anyway, it's really fun. So I kind of have drum kits prepared. I have some backup samples in case this starts to get boring, because I want to focus a lot on just using the mimetic with the curses, the lapsus, and the steppy, because they can kind of do weird live improvising saving things, and then when I like it, crossfade into that and then change it up and then crossfade back. So is that too preparation or not enough? Because when I did a live set on just my MPC 4000 in the last video, this one I just have in the little card there, it was pretty much all pre-prepared. It was pretty linear from left to right. I couldn't really change up too much stuff. I could jump between patterns within a song, and I could play mutes, and I could enter in some notes live, which I did, but it was pretty much like, you're gonna play this song, and after that song, this song's gonna happen, and after that song, this is gonna happen. But with this, it's kind of like, oh, whoa, this bass line's really cool. Let me focus in on that and just cut the drums and cut the sample. So having the octave track allows me to do that, but I just wonder, is this still too pre-prepared to be considered improvised or an improvisational set? How far do you take it when you go to make a live set? Is it literally you're chopping down a tree to make the guitar, or do you have a couple loops going with some drum kits that you like, some sounds that you like? Because I don't know, I've seen people try and do improvised sets that were really boring. It basically was an hour of them trying to do some rhythm roulette that didn't end well. And that's, I guess, one of my fears, is that I'm going to be on stage trying to get something to work, and with anxiety and fear and pressure, I'm just going to keep hitting the wrong notes, and I got to redo this and do that, and it's just, it's scary to play live, but it's the price we pay, huh? But anyway, yeah. What do you think? I don't know if it's too much, or if I'm caring too much or not caring enough. But anyway, I probably got to get to a sound check soon. I also got to make breakfast because it's now like 1 o'clock basically. And yeah, let's head to the show. Actually, before we head to the set, I need to make one purchase I've been wanting to make for a while now, especially with playing the past couple shows. I need a stopwatch, and I normally rely on my phone, but I constantly feel like it just looks like I'm checking my phone while I'm in the middle of playing. But the reason being is I like to stick to about 4 to 5 minutes per song, so especially if I'm improvising, I need to know how long I've been boring the hell out of some people. Alright, so I'm gonna go try to find a good one that lights up. Got a little told on by the manager that I couldn't be filming, but I got it. I got the it's a survival watch by DNA, and I went with this one just because it actually lights up, which is good. Also tells me the time, and also tells me that it's either Saturday or Sunday. And it's got a safety whistle, a flint striker, a compass, and 8 feet continuous paracord. You never know what's going to happen to you when you're playing live, so think ahead. You won't forget it or regret it. All right, let's go play some music.
Alright, time for some post-show woes. Was pretty good, had a lot of fun playing. Compared to my last set, which was basically fully pre-prepared to an extent, because that's just the way you have to do it on a really old MPC, to today, which was fully improvised, I kind of have to find some middle ground because I really enjoyed the improvising, go figure, it's an improvised set, that today brought, because it brought pressure, which I enjoy being under. I enjoy being under some pressure. It kind of keeps things interesting. And the kind of freshness that it brings. The thing, though, that you got to worry about is like drums, and the most important thing is your kick drum. Do not use the same kick drum for the entire set, because that gets super monotonous, especially if it's just one punching somebody in the face over and over again. That can get boring really quick. So the stopwatch came in handy. Basically every 4 to 5 minutes I kind of changed up the drums and did some new things there. Between those points, those checkpoints I guess you can call it, I kept it fresh by moving the bass around a lot. And I think I used 2 samples throughout the entire set. But trying to find the middle ground of a pre-prepared set and a improvisational set is probably like my next goal. So I'm glad I got to do this again. Marcel, thank you so much for having me come play Friends of Friends Network. In case you want to come check out these shows, or possibly play one, check out the links below. Get in touch with them, and they're super cool, super chill. Just bunch of nerds hanging out, which also kind of made me fall off at the end a little bit, because we just started talking about gear in the middle of my set. So that kind of, threw things in for a loop. But anyway, fully improvised set. Thanks for hanging out. It was super fun. I don't know what else to say. That was
that was fun. Anyway, I got to run you through the modular set I used tonight because it was bad ass. It was really good. So yeah, until next time, again, thank you. I appreciate you. Links down below. Buy some merch if you want to support the channel. And yeah, share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace.